Thanks everybody for tuning in to DouglasCountyDigest.com. I'm Luke Johnson, and here with me on this beautiful night is Mark Davis. And we will be giving you the game of the week between the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights and the Villa Grove Heritage Blue Devils. And Mark, we've seen Villa Grove for the last 2 weeks, and they've looked pretty good for the most part.
Yes, they have. Seen a lot of passing and throwing from them, and we'll see what they come out in tonight.
And we did one game from Arthur earlier this year, and they started out that game really well and took over immediately with an opening kickoff return for a score, and then they just coasted through the rest of the game against Oakwood. And Arthur is out in front of the Little Oak Hall right now with a 5-1 record. Villa Grove is in a close second at 4-2. Both of these teams have suffered defeats from Cerro Gordo. We got to see Villa Grove play Cerro Gordo last week in a very tough matchup, and Villa Grove just came up on the short end. Couldn't overcome that first half deficit. As we see Villa Grove coming in behind the fire truck here, Arthur takes the field. And both of these teams are looking for another quality win. Villa Grove looking to stay, they should stay in the running to make the playoffs. They need to win this game and next week's game. I think after that they're in. If they win 2 more, they're in for sure. And Arthur, as far as I know, is going to be in no matter what because they already have 5 wins. But it is a beautiful night here for football. It is around 60, or will be around 60 degrees with a slight breeze. And Mark, what do you think the 2 key things are for these 2 teams?
Some of the key things for Villa Grove is just developing the pass and the run. It seems like they have 2 sets of offensive weapons. They have John Henderson, and then they have Terrion Price, Max Daly, and Noah Palmer, and Austin Hubbard, and you see which set they come out with tonight. As for Arthur Lovington, it's just going to be using their speed to get through this Villa Grove defense, who most of the time leaves some holes on the sides to run through, so we'll see if they can take advantage of that tonight.
And Arthur, both these teams are pretty quick. They have a lot of team speed. Arthur is proud, and they present their running back, Jordan Fegan, who's an electric athlete. Good all around, very quick, very fast. And Arthur's quarterback, Tyler Schuring, is a veteran quarterback. This is his senior season. And on their defensive end, they have a middle linebacker by the name of Logan West, number 54, who is tough. He is the run stopper for the Arthur defense. As we get set here, Villa Grove has elected to receive. Arthur will kick. Number 21, Tyler Schuring, is the kicker for Arthur. Deep to receive for Villa Grove is number 3, Terrion Price, and number 32, Austin Hubbard. And this should be an electrifying game. 2 teams atop the Little Oak Hall, as we said before. Both looking for another win here. And there's the opening kickoff towards the left sideline, and it takes a Villa Grove bounce and out of bounds, so that will be a penalty right off the bat for Arthur. It's just not really how you want to start the game, but I mean, it's a small penalty. So we'll see the electrifying Villa Grove offense from last week. They came alive in the second half and put some points on the board. Max Daly was an animal, number 8 for Villa Grove. He just would not be stopped, running the ball up the middle, around the edges. And if they just would have had a better first half, they probably could have come away with an upset on the road. But Villa Grove again in their pistol formation with Henderson as the quarterback, number 6. Behind him is Hubbard. Or excuse me, was Max Daly. They hand off to Terrion Price, and he is stopped for about a 2-yard gain.
Looked like Arthur came out in a 4-4 defense there. That was kind of interesting, but a nice setup when you're facing this Villa Grove offense who's got running and passing. You don't know what they're going to come out in, and you saw with that run they're going to move into more of a 4-2 out on the field.
And Villa Grove is in the spread. 4 wideouts. Running back in the backfield, they put Price in motion. And there was a fake run by Henderson, and Arthur gets him in the backfield. Excuse me, he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Adjustments are going to be a big key for this Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond defense tonight. They're going to have to make a lot of them, just depending on what kind of looks the Villa Grove offense is going in and what kind of running backs, whether they're going with speed or size or strength, really, out of that backfield. So.
And they sweep Hubbard to our side of the field. He has a first down from our view. So an excellent sweep to the right side of the field. Austin Hubbard comes up with a first down. And Villa Grove's drive stays alive here on the opening series. And Villa Grove, again, they do not huddle. They are up tempo as often as possible. And Villa Grove is waiting the play call. Arthur's defense hasn't looked too bad. They're all up on the line almost. Everybody's in the box looking to stop the run with one safety, Jordan Fegan, in the very far distance. And Henderson keeps it again and gets about a 3-yard gain. So John Henderson has 2 keepers here. And a nice run by Hubbard to get them a first down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Tackler on that play was number 27, Stephen Wright.
4 wideouts again. Max Daly's in the backfield, number 8. Number 6, John Henderson. You got Noah Palmer, number 4, to our side, and Tyrion Price on our side. And a screen pass out to the flats to Hubbard, who is close to a first down, and he is taken down out of bounds.
Swing pass to number 32, Austin Hubbard.
And a very good swing pass, very good execution by Villa Grove, getting it out to Hubbard in open space, letting him create on his own.
3rd down and 1.
So just shy of the first down. We have 3rd and 1 for Villa Grove. Henderson and Daly again are in the backfield. Tyrion Price to the right, Hubbard to the left. And it looked like somebody may have moved.
Flag on the field.
And they're going to get illegal motion.
Illegal motion against Villa Grove Blue.
So that'll set them back 5 more yards. So it'll be a 3rd and 6 instead of a 3rd and 1. Makes it a little more difficult, but with Villa Grove's offense, 6 yards is very minimal.
See if they pass or run here. They've got Daly in the backfield. It looks like he's a very strong runner.
And they run that fake the sweep.
Looks like he got it.
John Henderson with a QB keeper up the middle instead of handing off. And he does get the first. Oh, they're going to, officials timeout for measurement.
Number 54, Logan West.
So we've seen all runs so far, Mark. We haven't seen well, except for the pass to the flats, which is kind of a run. It's not much of a pass, or at least not throwing downfield. But all runs so far for Villa Grove. And they're kind of just grinding it out right now.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to come out in more of a running format today and just try to wear down that Arthur defense. You might see them pass late after they get kind of tired and back on their heels. You might see them take a few shots downfield with John Henderson. And you also see that the fakes are a huge part of the Villa Grove offense. They have a fake or two on almost every play in that offense there. So
I think their offense is based off of a read option. So the quarterback reads the defense and where they're coming in, and then he decides whether to hand it off or not. And it is 4th and very short, just a couple inches. And Henderson falls forward, and it looks like he will have it. But on that option, Henderson is basically in charge once the ball is snapped. He looks at the defense, see if the linemen or the middle linebackers are through the line, and then he may pitch it or he may hand it off for the sweep. And if he is open, he will just keep it himself and run it. So Villa Grove converts on 4th down, gets a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 on about the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. And it's still 0-0 as this is still the opening drive. And Henderson keeps it again and is tackled close to the line of scrimmage.
You really have to have a mature quarterback to run that kind of an offense. You have to be able to make reads down the field, reads on both sides of the defense, so it shows some definite confidence in the quarterback, John Henderson, out there.
And it'll be 2nd and 9. Henderson rolls out to his right, looks to pass, keeps it himself, sees an opening, and he keeps the ball and gets taken down. A great run by Henderson gets them another first down.
On the stop was number 54, Logan West.
And Henderson was rolling out to pass and didn't see anybody open, so he tucked it in and took off. Gets a Villa Grove first down around the 31-yard line with just under 8 minutes to go. It is still 0-0. And Henderson fakes the pitch and goes to the outside for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
This has been a very ugly drive. No downfield passes, just running short gains. You know, you get 4, 2 or 3 yard gains. You know, you're looking at a first down. So that's what Villa Grove's trying to do here. Try to pop a few big ones and get down the field. But so far it's just been short and sweet, trying to march their way down into the end zone.
And Villa Grove's coach is not happy with the offensive line. He has called a timeout and is out there discussing with them what he sees as the problem. And Arthur's defense hasn't been bad. Villa Grove's, they've held them twice to a third and long, and they just can't stop them on 4th down the one time. They got a 3rd down conversion on the other, and Villa Grove they look very content to grind out the clock and maybe have this be a low-scoring game. And with team speed like Arthur has, you know they can probably put some points up rather quickly when they need to. As their defense will try and keep Villa Grove out of the end zone here. Again, a pistol set. John Henderson is a quarterback. Daly in the backfield. Rolls out to his right, looks to throw. Throws to number 32, which is Hunter Orwitt. Austin Hubbard. Hubbard with a great run after the catch. Nice spin move. Gets another Villa Grove first down. And it will be on the 12-yard line, so they can still get another first down before they get in the end zone. But excellent execution so far by Villa Grove on this opening drive. Taking out a lot of the clock and using the big plays when they need it. And Henderson rolls to his left, throws to the back of the end zone, too far. Hubbard was the intended receiver, number 32, in the back of the end zone. He had a little space between himself and the cornerback, but overthrown.
Villa Grove is really going to have to count on its defense to make this the grinded out kind of game that they're trying to make it with their offense. But if their defense can't stop that team speed of Arthur, they're going to have a tough time of it.
And spread out are the receivers for Villa Grove as Henderson throws a little chip pass down to Tyrion Price in the flats. He gains a few yards before he is pushed out of bounds.
Brought down by number 1, Cody Stevens.
So the first few minutes of the ball game have all been has all been Villa Grove. Villa Grove on a long offensive drive here, keeping Arthur's defense on the field as long as possible. Which may be their intent and their goal is to keep Arthur's defense on the field as long as possible. And Henderson with the keeper, he'll be close to a first down.
Number 6, John Henderson on the keeper.
On the 2-yard line, it looks like from here.
Brought down by number 7.
7 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
You wonder if they're just wearing out Arthur's defense, which in turn kind of wears out their offense when you've got those kind of two-sided of the football stars. So with that speed, they're just trying to tire them out, get them worn down even after just the first drive. I think that's a smart strategy by Villa Grove in the offense.
And Villa Grove taking a long time with this play. As they snap it, and Tyrion Price is past the goal line. So Tyrion Price takes the handoff, and he is in the end zone for the first score of the game, as it is 6-0 with 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So Villa Grove's long offensive drive is capped off with a score. Excellent execution, as we've been saying, by Villa Grove. They took the opening kickoff and wasted a lot of time. They took almost half the quarter up with just that first opening drive. So I think their intent looks to be to keep Arthur's offense off the field. And here's the extra point attempt, and it looked like it was to the left, so it is no good. It is 6-0 in favor of Villa Grove here in Villa Grove. Mark, what was the highlight of that first opening drive for Villa Grove? I mean, they kept it on the ground mostly, and they definitely grinded out Arthur's defense and got rid of a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, it was just a lot of running, kind of an ugly drive, but they got in the end zone, and they still utilized number 8, Max Daly, who got the ball in the end zone for him. And we'll see if he continues to be that number 1 running back in their backfield. It looks like Austin Hubbard and Terrion Price have been moved out to the wide receiver position, and so he'll take sole responsibility in that backfield. We'll see if he can continue to produce points and yardage for him.
And Hubbard definitely had some good plays on there. They were throwing it to him in the flats, and he had a couple of good sweeps to either side. And again, Henderson was also a highlight in that opening series. He took control and had a couple of good passes and a couple of good runs to keep the drive alive. As we get set to have Villa Grove kick off, it looks like number 6, John Henderson, will be kicking for them as well. And we'll get to see Villa Grove's shifty kickoff here. We'll see if he actually kicks it on the first try or if they fake it as they usually do. And he squibs it. And I think Villa Grove is on it. And Villa Grove does recover. So, really good game plan drawn up right now by the coaches from Villa Grove. An onside kick by John Henderson gets them the ball back, and they could take a lot more time off the clock. They're around the 49-yard line. No, 40.
From the 49-yard line of the ninth.
40 to 43. Looks like the 43 from here.
It was a very interesting kickoff by the Blue Devils. I thought that was very smart. You saw all of Arthur's kick return team just retreat back, and they were able to recover that football.
And they're running the sweep again to Hubbard. And he is tackled out of bounds.
On the tackle, number 1.
Cody Stevens, number 1, on the tackle. And Villa Grove is definitely very interested in the run game. They are gaining good chunks of yards each time they run it. And when they don't get the yards they need, they go to a short pass. And Villa Grove with the spread. Noah Palmer, Terrion Price, Hubbard, and Orwick are the wideouts. Daly was in the backfield. And he rolls out to his left, gets hit, does not go down, and keeps on going for about a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 2.
On the tackle, number 21.
And Villa Grove is dominating this game, as their offense is the only side of their team to take the field so far tonight. And Mark, you got to feel bad for Arthur's defense right now. They had to fight for a good 5 minutes almost the last time out, and now they're back on the field doing it again.
Yep. They've got to feel worn down now and just trying to keep trucking and stopping this offense.
And Henderson rolled out to his right, tried to throw to Austin Hubbard, off his fingertips and incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and a long 2. And Villa Grove's offense will stay on the field, see if they can capitalize on this onside kick and keep the drive alive. Henderson in the pistol. 2 wide out to the left, 1 to this side. And a handoff. Oh, he got hit hard by Logan West, and I don't think he made it. Max Daly hit in the backfield by Logan West. Logan West trying to make a statement. And he drops him in the backfield, and they will turn it over on downs. So Arthur's offense finally takes the field after a great defensive stand. With about 5.5 minutes to go, it is 6-0 in favor of the home team, Villa Grove.
It's tough when you're Villa Grove when you got that ball. You're thinking, okay, let's put 2 scores up on the board, and then you get stopped short.
And Arthur is in the pistol as well. No wideouts, everybody in close. Schuring is the quarterback, a high snap. They hand it to Fegan, and he has nowhere to go. Blue jerseys everywhere. And it was a tough snap for Tyler Schuring, number 21, to handle. You need to get those snaps down a little bit. And it's tough running that compact offense against a very quick defense. You have to have all your blocking assignments taken care of. And now they spread out 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side of the field. As Schuring in the pistol. They send Fegan in motion. And they pass out to number 2, Curtis Plank, who is just half a yard short of the first down.
Complete to number 2, Curtis Plank. Brought down by number 10, Cole Lemon. 3rd down and less than
And it'll be 3rd and very short as Arthur is in their huddle. And we saw a lot of that from Arthur against Oakwood earlier when we had their game as the game of the week. And there is an official timeout on the field. And they're going to call for a measurement. So Villa Grove, Mark, Villa Grove's come out very impressive so far.
Yep. You see an interesting thing with high school football where, you know, most of the teams take 4 downs to run their offense versus, you know, college and NFL teams, they, you know, after you're done with 3rd down, it's typically a punt or a field goal. But here you're taking 4 downs to do it, so on 3rd down you've got to stuff them, and then 4th down stuff them again at the line on a short 3rd down like this.
So that can definitely eat away at a defense for sure. And Arthur comes out. 4 wideouts spread out the field here with Schuring in the pistol. There's the snap. Schuring will keep it. He gets to the outside. He's got to gain that yard, and he loses the ball. And I think he still has the first down.
Fumbled the ball out of bounds.
So yes, Schuring fumbles the ball out of bounds, keeps it, which Arthur will keep possession, and they get a first down to keep their first drive of the night going.
Let's go, defense!
And 1st and 10 for Arthur. Villa Grove with their typical defense in there. 3 down linemen, 3 middle linebackers, and then a lot of corners and safeties. And Schuring in the backfield again. Behind him is number 27, Stephen Wright. And they send number 20 in motion, who's Mitchell Helton. But Schuring keeps the ball. Gains a few yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
That was 53 Tanner Bergner on the tackle. He's a sophomore that's getting a lot of action in that defense. We saw him get in late in the game the other night, and he's continuing to play today.
A good aggressive defense, so we got to see a little bit in the second half of last week's game for Villa Grove against Cerro Gordo. And Arthur Wood, two split out. Kind of a wishbone formation in the backfield as they send Fegan in motion. And Schuring keeps it. No, he pitches it out to Fegan, and he has some speed as he is pushed out of bounds after a great gain.
Ball carrier was number 15.
Great game by Jordan Fegan.
Carries for a nice first down.
And it will be 1st and 10 from Villa Grove's 32-yard line. We'll see if anybody can get to the 51-yard line this week.
You've got a team like Villa Grove or Arthur that's got a lot of running. You need a few plays like that where you can just break the ball down the field on a nice long run.
And Schuring takes the snap, keeps it himself. A nice move to the inside of the field, and that'll be another first down for Arthur. So Arthur taking a page from Villa Grove's playbook, and they're stouting some shifty plays here and there.
Tanner Berkner.
It's hard for defenses when you've got that read option there because you're always waiting for him to pitch the ball. So you know that if you tackle the first guy, he's just going to pitch it. And if you wait to tackle the second guy, the first guy's just going to run down the field. So you got to always have 2 or 3 guys on the outside to stop that play.
And Schuring in the backfield again, fakes another handoff, pitches it to Fagan with a nice move, but he is stood up and tackled in the backfield. Excellent job by Orwick and Price keeping their assignments and keeping Fagan from going very far. So Arthur loses 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And they kind of run the same formation. Their other 2 wideouts are kind of bunched right off the tackles instead of having the more spread out look of Villa Grove, but it's almost the same offense. And Schuring back to pass, lost one over the middle, and it is caught by Jordan Fagan for a touchdown. Excellent pass, great run by Jordan Fagan, and Arthur's in the end zone with a score of their own to even the ball game at 6 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Schuring to number 15, Jordan.
That was a really beautiful pass by a junior quarterback, Tyler Schuring. If he can make that pass as a junior, who knows what he'll be doing as a senior.
Yeah.
You've got that those athletic weapons down the field.
And the extra point is good for Arthur. So Arthur will take the lead on the extra point. It is 7-6 in favor of the visiting team. And Mark corrected me, Tyler Schuring is a junior, not a senior. He's a left-handed quarterback, which I haven't seen too much of this year. And Arthur scores on their opening drive to even Villa Grove on their opening drive. And we will see Arthur kicking again to Villa Grove. Like we said, 2 minutes to go. 7-6 in favor of Arthur now. And two good opening drives from both teams. Lots of runs, lots of shifty plays, and then they mix it up with a couple of nice passes here and there, and Schuring throws one for a touchdown. And Henderson ran one in.
32, Austin Hubbard, and number 3, Terrion Price.
Or handed off, and I think Price scored the touchdown for him, wasn't it?
For the Knights, number 21.
Max Daly scored the touchdown.
Daly got in for Villa Grove. Excuse me. And Arthur getting set to kick off.
I don't believe we've seen the Arthur kickoff. No, we have seen the Arthur kickoff team once tonight.
Yeah, their last kick was out of bounds on the opening kickoff. And we'll see it again here. It's over to the left side again. And Orwick is taken down around the 30-yard line.
See, both teams have their quarterbacks kicking off. It's pretty interesting.
And multi-purpose. A lot of guys play both ways. A lot of guys play special teams.
Some guys are on the field for almost every play, really.
Yeah, a lot of guys play Iron Man and don't leave the field ever. And Villa Grove takes over. 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. And Henderson sends a man in motion. And he keeps it himself. And he doesn't get very far.
John Henderson on the keeper.
Maybe half a yard.
Picks up 1 yard.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for Villa Grove. They have Noah Palmer split out to the far side of the field. Skylar Orrick to this side of the field. And they send Hubbard in motion. I think somebody moved early, though. And it is is an illegal motion penalty on Villa Grove, so that'll set them back 5 more yards.
False start penalty against the Blue Devils. Moves the ball back 5 yards.
And we saw a lot of those penalties last week that hurt Villa Grove. They definitely had that to work on, if nothing else, over the week. And with under 2 minutes, Henderson in the backfield, Daly behind him. Henderson drops back to pass, and he's got somebody all over him. Number 32 for Arthur. Untouched into the backfield.
Jesse Ruff.
Jesse Ruff. Excellent job by Jesse Ruff wrapping up Henderson and sacking him in the backfield. It'll be a 3rd and very long. 22. 3rd and 22 for Villa Grove. And we saw them last week convert on a couple of 3rd and very long plays. So we'll see if they can do the same here on their home field.
Quarterback should always have that 3-second clock in their head, and looked like John Henderson kind of got there and still had nowhere to throw the ball, and he just kind of took the sack.
And they split it out, throw it down the sideline. And excellent defense by number 1, Cody Stevens. The underthrown ball to Noah Palmer coming down the sideline. And it'll be 4th and long for Villa Grove. Excellent defense by Arthur again for the 2nd time tonight. 4 and out.
Number 32, Austin
Number
Hubbard.
15, Jordan Fagan, is back for Arthur.
Deep to the Knights. Number 15, Jordan Fagan.
There's a snap. And it looks to be a decent punt. And Fagan gets away, and it takes a Villa Grove bounce out around the 40-yard line. The 41, they spotted at the 41. An excellent punt from Villa Grove, and Arthur will take over with 28 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. So two excellent opening drives by both teams. Some shiftiness, an onside kick by Villa Grove, and then a good defensive stop by Arthur. And we have the score 7-6 here with 28 seconds in the 1st quarter. Tyler Schuring in the backfield. Sends Fagan in motion. And fake the handoff to Fagan, and Schuring gains about 7 yards. And that will probably run out the 1st quarter
Number
clock.
21 on the keeper, Tyler Schuring. Brought down by number 3, Carry-On Price. 2nd down.
10 seconds to go here.
Score is Villa Grove 6 and Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond 7.
And that will end the 1st quarter here for us. As Mark just said, it's 7-6 in favor of Arthur. We have a great game. Come back and see us for the 2nd quarter.
In the 1st quarter,